Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Recorder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. This is for Man Cave Comics 250 subscriber contest. Congratulations, Man Cave Comics. Really excited for you, really happy for you. You definitely deserve a lot more subscribers than 250. Everyone has probably seen you and seen Man Cave Comics on a lot of other live shows. He does a lot of live shows. Probably seen him on Tony Sanders, Immortal Biggie Shack, and where I met him was on Matt, the Boy Who Had Sevens, Comic Gories. Really, really fun time. It was my first and only time ever on that show, and I had a blast. The only thing I didn't like was fake trash talking Man Cave Comics and the other guys that were on the show. Simply Incredible Podcast was the first round, and then Man Cave Comics was the finals. So had a blast doing that. And then was on Comic Books NYC with Kavi and Man Cave Comics. We just showed a bunch of Golden Age comics. So it was super fun. And then finally, most recently, was on with Tony Sanders and The Hunt, and Man Cave Comics was on there as well. Really, really great time. He shows amazing stuff out of his collection. He's really a Golden Age, Silver Age collector, and he's got a ton of great variety and a lot of knowledge in the Golden Age. So definitely check him out. Link is in the description below, and definitely watch for him on any other live show with some of those other guys. Comic Head 84, Mortar Biggie Shack, Tony Sanders, First Edition Comics, lots of those guys. But he wants us to show 3 artists and 3 books from each artist, I believe. So I watched Metarogs, I've watched Immortal Biggie Shacks, and I've also caught Night Tiger Comics. I don't know if there's any other ones that have been released so far, but I humbly accept the award right now. I'm just going to go ahead and call it. I humbly am gracious to get this win. And so I'm just going to go ahead and call it. But anyways, I'll show the books just for formalities. The first artist up is Bob Montana. I really like Archie. Those guys know that I like Archie, and actually was gifted a few Archie books from Man Cave Comics. But Bob Montana, there's his signature down there. It's the really classic Betty and Veronica, Archie, Jughead, wide-eyed look that you get in these. And there's so many of the innuendo covers and so many great good girl covers with Betty and Veronica from these early, 1950s, late 1940s, early 1950s. But this is Bob Montana. This one is Archie 47. It's in probably 3.5, 4.0 condition, but this one's great because he's sitting, double date, sitting next to Veronica, and Betty's got her hand draped over, through the cracks there of the seats. And Archie's talking about how soft Veronica's hands are. So that's my first one of Bob Montana. Really happy to have that one in the collection. And then you've got the infamous Yellow Couch. This signature is a little bit smaller, the signature box there. And this is Archie number 55 from March or April of probably the next year. So 51, 52, something like that, I would assume. We'll find out here in a second. But Mr. Lodge is saying, Veronica, did Archie get there yet? And she's saying, not quite, Daddy. And for some reason, he's got his leg up, which is kind of funny. So I'm not sure if that's like the knee pop of the girl when they're getting kissed, but pretty neat. Once again, probably about that 4.0 grade range, 4.0, 4.5, a little bit better than the last one. And of course, the reason why I picked Bob Montana was one of my favorite Golden Age covers and one of my grails in my collection is Archie 50, and I got this from Collecto 6. So that last one was probably 1952, because this is May and June of 1951. So this is Archie 50. This is the infamous Betty on the couch refunding the nickel comic. So really great good girl art. And if you search like on eBay, or if you're searching good girl covers, good girl art, GGA covers, you'll probably come across this at some point. Archie 50 has gone quite, gone up in value quite a bit. Like I said, I got this from Collecto 6. There's Bob Montana's signature down there, and really happy to have this grail in my collection. Definitely love Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, just the great classic four, and love this book, of course. The next artist up is, of course, Alex Schomburg. And this is one of the airbrushed covers. This is Starling Comics number 53. Really happy to have this. I got this from an Australian viewer. He goes by Pickle Nut Comics on Instagram. It's in low grade, but it's awesome to have this. I believe I paid $100 for this US. So there's the Xela signature right there, Xela, Alex spelled backwards. He's got the infamous, sci-fi late 40s Alex Schomburg alien plane. You've got all these little octopus creatures coming out of the plane, but then you've got Lance Lewis, space detective, and then you've got this girl who I don't believe ever shows up within the pages of these books. She's always just on the cover, and there could be a brunette girl in the book or whatever, but really happy to have Startling Comics number 53. Would love one day, should probably put it on my list as one of my next big books to really save up for. Startling Comics number 49. So DS, start thinking about pricing out yours if you ever want to sell it. Maybe interested in that one. Next one is Marvel Comics number 52. It's really a nice condition. I think the centerfold is detached, but it's all there. Every page is there in this one. And this was my first timely comic. I got this one and number 14. And so this one I'm most happy with, even though 14 is earlier and I really love that book. This one's in a lot better condition. Attached at the staple, but like I said, the centerfold is detached. So you've got the Human Torch flying through that Nazi insignia, that Nazi sign there on the background. You've got the Ku Klux Klan guy or the hooded Nazi guy, and then you've got Nazi officer and some soldiers down here, and you've got this infamous Alex Schomburg trap that's about to hit this girl and Toro. So really happy to have this very nice condition copy of Marvel Mystery Comics number 52. And so I think this one's 1944, if my memory serves me correctly. The 14 is, I think it's 1940 or 41. But this is, it's pre-US involvement, so I don't believe it's 42. So this is 1944. Really happy with that book. If I find any more Captain America, Submariner, Human Torch, Marvel Mystery Comics, with pretty much the main three, Captain America, Submariner, Human Torch on the covers, I would love to own more of these for sure. And then one of my favorite Alex Schomburg covers of all time, and probably one of my top Alex Schomburg covers in my collection, which I definitely think it is Brick Bradford number 6 from 1948. And it's got awesome Schomburg robot there. It's got the good girl in the red dress. And what a great book. It is a 4.5 with off-white pages. Just love this. Got it from Stray Flexing off of Instagram. This is definitely one of my favorite books in my collection. That and that Archie 50. As far as my Golden Age collection, those are two of my top favorite books. So maybe a contest idea, or maybe an idea like for a tag video for me is, what are your top Golden Age comics in your collection? So I'm really happy. Not everyone would be able to participate, which is fine. Maybe then we could go to top Silver Age comics in your collection, or top Bronze Age comics, top modern comics, whatever it will be. But I would love to show off my top 10 Golden Age comics. So Brick Bradford number 6, and I like this one so much that I commissioned an artist to recreate this cover, and I will show that in a future video. The third artist and final for this video is Carmine Infantino. Man Cave knows why I picked Carmine Infantino. I love Silver Age Flash books. I love Carmine Infantino's cover artwork and his interior artwork. I think some of these early Flash stories from Showcase number 4 through about these 130s, 140s are some of the best written Silver Age comics. They're really fantastic. Now, just as much, so like the Flash I would compare to Fantastic Four. Green Lantern, Golden Age writing, or Silver Age writing, I would compare to like X-Men. I really liked Flash, I really liked Fantastic Four, but then X-Men and Green Lantern, I like them, but they're not as good, well written as the Flash or Fantastic Four. So this is the first appearance of Reverse Flash, Professor Zoom, and it's a 6.0 with white pages. I got this from Rogue 121, so really appreciate that he sold me this. Got it this year, and I'm very, very happy with this. This is from 1963, Flash 139. Second one on the list, and I'm surprised that this book, one of these days, this book is going to become out of reach. This is Detective Comics number 359. It's from 1967, and this is the first appearance of Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. The TV show was introducing the new female character, Batgirl, and it replaced the original Batgirl, which was in Batman 129, I believe. And so this is Carmine Infantino and Murphy Anderson cover and art, Gardner Fox and John Broome story. And it's, like I said, it's the first appearance of Barbara Gordon, and I really truly believe that this is going to be out of reach one of these days. I think you can still pick up a copy for, you know, $300, $400, $500, even less than that, especially in like 5.5 condition. I was either going for a 5.5 or a 6.5. This one was actually presented really nicely. It's got a little bit of creasing up here, and then a little bit of a miswrap, but it still looks very nice to me. I'm really happy with that copy. So that's first appearance of Batgirl Barbara Gordon in Detective Comics 359. And of course, the last one, probably my favorite book in my collection, is Showcase for the first appearance of Barry Allen, one of my favorite characters in comic books. And this introduced the Silver Age of comics as DC was transitioning and reintroducing, revitalizing some of their Golden Age comics, giving them new costumes, new identities. And this was the first one of that. So this really transitioned from the Golden Age to the Silver Age. This is the first appearance of the Silver Age Flash, Barry Allen, and the first appearance of Iris West, Carmine Infantino and Joe Kubert cover and art. This is from 1956. So anything before 1956 is considered, you know, Atom Age, Golden Age, if you will. And this is a 4.0 cream to off-white pages. It's a qualified grade. Nothing has been, you know, redone on this book or replaced or anything like that. What happened with this, if you haven't heard the story, was there's a coupon, which is a DC slogan contest. So someone that owned this book entered that contest and just clipped out that coupon. For me personally, that does nothing to this book. It was intended to cut out of this book. It's like cutting out a coupon in a magazine. You know, there's no big deal to me. It's incomplete though, and it affects story. There's a panel of Flash running through a wall. You can't even see the Flash on that panel, and then you see Turtle Man watching him run through the wall. So if you've ever read Showcase 4, you'll see that panel. But I've read this in reprints, and I love this story. I love this issue. And once again, it is entombed in this CGC case. So it doesn't matter if it's missing that coupon or what. No one will be looking at that coupon. No one's looking for that panel. And it is a 4.0, really solid condition copy of first appearance of Flash. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I'm always happy to get out books and look through them and share them with the community. So thank you, Man Cave Comics. I gratefully and humbly accept the prize when I win it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're brand new here, hit that subscription button, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell to be notified, comment down below, and check out Man Cave Comics. His link will be in the description below. With that being said, you guys, I will talk to you all in the next one. See ya, bye.